Greetings in the name of the Almighty God, and you're welcome to the Vibes with me, Mr. Francis O. It seems all the young people or the young men who want to be leaders in their country, in the continent Africa, they are all in their 40s. Recently, we have Burkina Faso Ibrahim Traoré. He is in his 40s. Now, let's look to Senegal. The new president in Senegal is also in his 40s. Bobby Wine, opposition leader, a great opposition leader, he is also in his 40s. When we go to South Africa, Julius Malema, he's also in his 40s. Now let's come to Ghana. Nana Kwame Bedieko is also in his 40s. And all this, it reminds me in Bob Marley's music, Exodus, the movement of God people. It seems like God is changing all the old people and put people on in their 40s to change Africa. So let's see what God wants to give to Africa and what they can bring. Because whenever God bless you and you don't use the blessings, it can turn a sin or curses to the whole nation. And when the leaders are good and God bless them, that blessing go through that country or the whole nation. Leave your comment down there if you think that it's right for young people like this to rule Africa, or we still have to carry on with the old people with corruption. You have to say your mind. There's no need to insult anyone. Just say your mind. But before we go on, I believe in God, and I know you do. Let's start from Julius Malema. Is he believe in God?
When they say Julius Malema doesn't love Jesus Christ, you must tell them Julius Malema built a church of Christ in Sishiwu, where he comes from, in honor of his mother.
Right. Now, let's listen to Nana Kwame Bedieko, also from Ghana. Is he believe in God?
What is your biggest fear?
God. I have no fear, but when it comes to God, I'm scared. I'm scared of wronging Him. I'm scared of doing some of the things, kill, adultery, steal, robbing people, being unfair to people. Well, I'm really scared of God in all of these things, so I stay away from that. I try my best not to look on top of my shoulder, and that's my best weapon.
I know that Senegal, he's a Muslim, and also Burkina Faso, he's also, I think, Muslim. And Bobby Wine is a Christian. So it's good that all of them believe in God. Good. God is very important. God first, Anything we do, we have to give thanks and ask God for His presence. Without God, we cannot do anything, my friends. Right, let's listen to, today we're gonna let's focus on South Africa, Julius Malema, and Ghana, Nana Kwame Bedieko. If you haven't subscribe, there's more to come. But today let's focus on these two. First, let's listen to Julius Malema in South Africa, his manifesto.
Only a growing economy can produce jobs. So the economy is not stagnant because some Zimbabwean is holding a rope for the economy not to grow. The economy is not growing because white people who have money in South Africa are not reinvesting money in the economy. They've got it in liquidity in their banks. So that the day you hold against them, they don't have to carry a building. They just press transfer and then the money goes. That's what makes our economy to be stagnant. Corruption of the ANC, the inability to think of the ANC, because today we have minerals. There is what we call chrome, that when processed it produces steel. There is nothing today you build in South Africa that doesn't want steel, which means steel is in demand. Why are we not producing steel through beneficiation of chrome in South Africa and create jobs for our own children?
Right. I think he's making a good point. And now let's move on to Ghana, to Nana Kwame Bedieko.
So now these waters, if you connect Pra and if you connect Oti to the Cape Coast Sea and dredge, now Kumasi is in the center of Ghana, because you think it's Accra, but it's Kumasi, because Kumasi is where you get the western corridor and the eastern corridor, and these two leads you to the north. So Kumasi is actually the central. And everything comes from Accra to Kumasi because there's nothing else. There's no railways and there's no water bodies. Now let's go to any of these countries that are well developed. When you go to England, London is where I grew up partly. I used to drive through the Blackwall Tunnel. And in the tunnel, they tell me that there's water around it, but I never saw the water. So they built the tunnel to create a way through the water so cars can pass through. When you drive 10 minutes down the line, you're going to see London Bridge. London Bridge is a bridge that goes over water. The water leads you through the city everywhere. And that's where their developments are. Their development is not on M25, it's not on M1, none of them. When you're driving on these motorways, what you see is walls and glass. So you don't see anything. You don't see any neighborhood. When you come to Africa, we are still dependent on the road that our colonial master created for us, and it's single roads too. And that's where Articulator is going. That is where Petrol Tank is going. That is where Tico Uber is going. That's where the private car Maybach, Lamborghini, everything on that one single road. And it's got potholes all over, my friend. You have to be out of your mind to think that you will be able to develop your country on these single roads. The fact is, someone has hidden the truth from you, that your water connection is where you can develop. Here's what you can get when you develop beside the water. You're going to find all virgin lands that has never been developed. And there could be a new communities all coming up, new line of distribution, new irrigation system to help your farming, and new climatic control of weather, especially a place like Boliga. When we went to Boliga on our tour, the air that was blowing had heat in it. Heat. Like it's almost fire, and some of the ground is already catching bushfire. That's how much the heat is. So in 8 years, they could have a serious problem. You know what causes that? The water body. The water bodies and the connection to feed the ground and to make the clouds bring more of moisture and all of that. They haven't done it. It's because of development. When I'm in my house and I come out of my house, the heat that I feel sometimes is how our developments are. It's just by the roadside and it's not by the water. So what I want to say here today, and the people who are listening to me, I have brought you one hell of a vision that is going to open room for your development, room for human development, social development, distribution, industrialization, and connecting to other parts of Ghana regionally. Besides that, we can connect straight to West Africa.
Excellent. I think these are stuff that we need. So if it is possible for them to come to power, then we will see what they can do. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, this is The Vibes, and my name is Mr. Francis O. Leave your comments out there and don't insult anyone. May God bless you. God bless. God bless.